Okay, so in the last video we talked about how to make a slip knot by flying over our thumb, making an X, going under the X, and then pulling it tight. So now we need to think about, before we do any stitches, how we're going to hold our hook and our yarn. Now the hook is quite easy because it's got this thin piece on it, and it usually tells you what size the hook is on that bit. This one's 4.5 millimeters, which tells you that it's 4.5 millimeters around at this thick bit. So I'm going to put my thumb on that thin piece, and then the rest of my fingers are just going to curl around however is comfortable for you. Now we've got two pieces of yarn that come away from our hook. This piece is our tail. We don't want to do anything with that, because if we start crocheting with that piece, then we're going to run out of wool very quickly and it'll be a very short crochet project. So we use this, which is called our working yarn, and it's attached to our ball of wool. Okay, and the way we hold that is we use our ring finger. Okay, so just use your ring finger, pick up the wool, and then stretch the rest of them out. Okay, and what that lets me do is that when I close my fingers together, it's nice and tight here. See along here? Nice and tight for me to work with. But if I need it a bit looser, I can just relax my fingers a little bit, and the string will move through very easily. So I'm going to get my string around my ring finger, and then I'm just going to pull it over my index finger. Okay, and I usually use my index finger on my hook hand to hold on to this piece on the hook so that it doesn't move around too much or fall off the hook. Okay, now you also notice this when I'm showing you how to do stitches in the next video, that I use my middle finger on my left hand and my thumb to hold on to the string just underneath the hook. And that lets me have control over where the loop is, and also some control over the tension. Okay, so if I just show you, I'll do a couple of stitches. And then I would move my fingers up a little bit so they're under the hook. And then I would move my fingers up. Okay, so I've got complete control over how tight this piece of string is. This piece that's coming over my index finger, and that's really important. We need to have control over that by tightening up these three fingers, squashing them together, and also you can move this finger up and down as well. If it was loose like this, then I could just pull up my finger and then it's nice and tight. Now when you're a beginner, you'll find that you're quite loose and you make quite big messy stitches. But don't worry about that. Once you get practice, you'll find it goes really, really tight and it's so hard to get the hook through there. But after a little while, after you've had some practice, it'll get easier again. You'll get used to it and you'll do it automatically without thinking. Okay, and you won't have to worry about your tension anymore. So don't be discouraged if your tension goes a bit wonky at the beginning. It will even out. Okay?